I don't care for the title games this weekend because I'm not going to be watching it. Nor will I be watching the Super Bowl because I'm highly disappointed with the officiating from the Cowboys and Packers and the Steelers and Chiefs game. That I don't care. Now I'm going to do my picks, but as I posted on Facebook, am letting my Pac-Man token decide because I don't really care at this point. So at least for all you people on Facebook, it means I won't be bitching about the refs in those 3 games because I won't be watching them. But I'm still going to make the picks just because. I will say this, and Travis, you and me talked about it, that we would agree the NFL refs are probably the worst officials in all of sports because apparently it's okay for them to miss calls because they're human. I want to ask this question to everyone who believes that it's okay for them to make mistakes because they're human. Would you want a doctor to make mistakes on an operating table? And would you be okay with somebody said, oh, that doctor was only human and mistakes happen? No, you probably wouldn't. So there's that. Now, as far as before we continue, like I said, I went 1-4, well 1-3 I should say this past week, and 4-4 for the season. Unequally enough, at least the Cowboys do get somewhat of a good laugh and a big middle finger to the NFL. Per ESPN, the least expensive ticket on StubHub before Dallas's loss was $4,195. After Dallas's loss, and once word got around Dallas' loss, it went to $3,349. And while yes, that is still a pretty penny, it's an immediate decrease of over 21%. So Dallas does kind of get the last laugh and the middle finger to the NFL. And that is a major hit. I mean, that's about close to like I just said, a 21% decrease. That's not a good thing, Let's remember, Dallas is only a 4-hour drive from Houston. Probably had a lot of Dallas fans showing up. With that being said, and without the buying power of the Cowboys fans, the city of Houston can probably also expect a sizable dent in their upcoming revenue that weekend. Tickets to all the major parties will come down in value as well, as there will be fewer fans in general from that state. And what I mean by that is, you probably won't see too many Houston fans in, you probably won't see too many Dallas fans in unless they already had a ticket and they don't want to sell it. And I say that for this reason. And I'm going to use Boston here as my example, and I do got to thank Callan Carhart for this. He's noticed when the Red Sox or the Celtics or, any of the teams from Boston are not in the Super Bowl, that city doesn't watch. They don't care. And I can understand that to a degree, If your team's not in it, you're not going to watch. Usually I do watch. I did watch the World Series. I'm an O's fan, and I did watch the basketball championship, and I'm a Mavericks fan. Yeah, I know Mavericks suck this year. I'm not going to lie, we suck. But with the NFL, it's different to me. To me, if my team's not playing in the playoffs on that night, like let's say if it's a Sunday, I need a good storyline for me to actually watch. Because if not, I'm probably either going to flip through channels or be probably skipping and just catch the highlights, and all that. Or at least go through the replays, and see if there's anything with that. Now, of course, Monday's different because, well, I'm not watching WWE. But I'm going to be honest to you. I think Dallas missing it will cause the NFL some pain because they're not going to get a lot of money. I think not as much money as they thought. I think a lot of people still watch the Super Bowl. I just think that in-state money you could have got from the fans, that you probably won't see that as much. You're probably going to see a lot of fans travel from whoever wins the 2 title games, but you're probably not going to see any local fans, which could hurt, could help. I think it's going to hurt because, if you don't really get that local itch when there's a championship, it kind of hurts. I mean, March Madness is kind of the same, to a degree. Granted, March Madness, you never know who's going to be in it usually, but well, at least the final, where and all that. I do think. Do I think the Super Bowl's ratings are going to be low? I kind of think they do because there's really not a good story going in it for me this year, and I'm honest. I've asked a lot of my friends at work and on Facebook, and most of them have said they will probably skip the Super Bowl unless Atlanta goes in. If Atlanta doesn't go in, a lot of them said they'll probably skip it. That's pretty sad. A lot of people are only going to watch if Atlanta goes in. To a degree, I mean, Atlanta's probably, but I got my own reason why I think Atlanta's storyline is pretty much for this week and not next week. But anyway, let's get to the game that a lot of people I know from Facebook are not watching, unless you're a fan of one of these two teams, and that is the Steelers and Patriots. The problem here, and this just shows how bad the AFC is that since I think 03 or 2004, it's either been Tom Brady, Big Ben, or Peyton Manning representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. Excluding the 1 year a few years ago when it was Joe Falco. Ironically enough, that was actually one of my favorite Super Bowls because it was different. It was two teams who really haven't been there in a while. Well, we know with the AFC, it kind of feels like one of the bad Friday the 13th or Halloween films in that you're not getting anything new. It's just rinse, wash, repeat, which I'm not a fan of that storyline-wise, so there's really not there. I know somebody, probably Corey or Reese, are probably going to say, oh, there's still a good storyline. I don't see it. As far as for my pick, let me get my token. Let me just to show you that I actually do got a token. If you can hear that, that's my token. If it lands on the Pac-Man side, I'm picking the Steelers. If it lands on the Namco side, it's the Patriots. And landed on Pac-Man, so I'm going with the Steelers. I'm letting the token decide. Like I said, I don't care enough to actually study to make a pick. And as far as for the other game, it will be the Packers on the road taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Again, really don't care. Green Bay's been here enough times, usually the favorite to get there every year. Anyway, Falcons kind of new. Let's be honest, though, for the Falcons, and I mean this in all niceness, I think this one's more about not them making the Super Bowl. It's more about they get one more home game before the arena they in goes bye-bye before they move into their new arena. So, again, now, if it lands on the Pac-Man side, it is the Falcons. If it lands on Namco, it is Green Bay. Because, like I said, I don't care. And it lands on Atlanta. So, looks like I got the Steelers in Atlanta. If you guys are going to watch the games, I hope you enjoy. If you're not like me, hey, just come here Sunday and I'll be working on some videos. We'll be doing my new Let's Play video on Sunday to go along with Minecraft and Resident Evil 5. If you're watching the games, enjoy it, but I will be skipping, which brings me to my Super Bowl. I would do a Super Bowl pick, but I'm probably not going to watch a Super Bowl this year. I'm going to skip it. I skipped one a few years ago when it was the Patriots and Seahawks because I didn't feel like watching it. Didn't really do enough interest in for me. And then, of course, everybody heard what happened in that game. And it wouldn't be the first Super Bowl I missed. I've only missed skipped about 4 other Super Bowls, so this would be the 5th one I will be skipping. So sorry, that's just how I feel. I'm not going to watch. Even if Dallas would have lost, it would have been good officiating. I probably would have watched, but with the officiating from that game and the Steelers and Chiefs, and then finding out, the officials who in the Steelers and Chiefs game would be calling the Super Bowl, that makes me real feel confident that the same crew that missed a pass interference call will be calling the Super Bowl. That's wonderful. 2017, and this brings me to a point I want people hating on you. Anyway, I'll see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.